ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद् वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणं प्रथम वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम इतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्मरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे अवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ एकोनत्रिंशतितमः सर्गः। सर्व सकल पदार्थ अनास्था प्रतिपादनं नाम. So we were seeing yesterday 10th mantra. जन्मावलिवरत्रायाम इन्द्रियग्रन्थयो दृढाः ये बद्धाः तद्विमोक्षार्थं यतन्ते ये त उत्तमाः. Into the rope called as Janma Parampara are there in that the granthis called as Indriya. So the Indriyas, 5 Jnanendriya, 5 Karmendriya and 4 Antakarana, identified with which seeking pleasures through them, having lot of desires, various karmas we do, the result of which forces us to have the Janma Avali, the sequence of the Janma Marana. This total thing of Granthi, that Avidya Kama Karma Granthi, tad vimokshartham yatante ye, whoever are trying to get freed from that knot, te uttamaha. They are the greatest people on the earth as human beings. So the two aspects, want to get rid of Janma Parampara, second is that is achieved by removing the cause of that Janma Parampara called as Indriya Granthi. That is, in whatever the language we say, you call it as a Indriya Granthi, you call it as Hridaya Granthi, you call it as a Trideha Tadatmya or Triyavastha Tadatmya or Panchakosha Tadatmya, same thing said in different language. So whoever are trying to get out of this Granthi, they are Uttamas. Then who will tell us in this way we are caught up in this Granthi and this is how we have to get rid of? Only the Guru and Shastra. Therefore, necessarily we have to go to the Guru Shastra. Else, unknowingly, we only strengthen this Hridaya Granthi and strengthen our Janma Marana Parampara. In that also, if the desires and doings are of negative kind, those Janma Paramparas can be of Nicha Yonis also, Nikrishta Yonis also. Either in the human itself, we may be born in a worst way of situations around, or we may be born as animals, etc. If we are not knowing through the study of Shastra under guidance of the Guru that this Hridaya Granthi is there, which is subjecting us to Janma Parampara, and this is how we have to remove it. And that should become our desire to come out of it. Therefore, our effort it should be. So, the one who are understanding, desiring, and putting effort to come out of this Granthi, they are Uttamaha. And those who are doing good punya karmas and upasanas yajnas and getting uttama janmas, they may be madhyamaha. And as just now we saw, those who do not have any of these two things in mind, doing only negative things by which falling lower and lower only in that evolutionary ladder, they can be adhamaha, the lowest category. Think, where do we stand? Consciously. We have to question ourselves and we have to find answers from within. If the answers are honest and they are not right, change them then. Change the lifestyle, change the attitudes, change the purposes of life. So clear picture is given here. What more we want? Try to get out of this Hridaya Granthi, Janma Parampara Avali. Bas. Not impossible. Many millions have achieved it. The yogis, Siddhamurshas, Jnanis, all of them are ordinary human beings at one time. Having reached that, we call them as Mahatmas, Gurus. So yogis are sadhu sant. Earlier वो लोग तो हमारे तरह थे. So we can also do that. A yogi, a Mahatma, sadhu is not only for us to respect, worship, no, an inspiration. That like them, we also have to work hard to reach to that stage of moksha. And then such Mahatmas bless the world. That is the byproduct. That is secondary. Primary is the jivas in them have realized their self and got moksha. That should be inspiration for us. Mind you, very, very important shloka. Now, he says in the 11th mantra, Matitam manini lokaihi manomakara ketuna kovalam khura nishpeshaihi kamalam karinayata. So, manini lokaihi makara ketuna manaha mathitam. Manini loka means with the folks of women folks, the Makara Ketu, the Kama Deva, is doing the mathanam of the hridaya of the human beings, the men folk. So the men folks' hearts are mathita means churned and totally, let us say, mathita means mutilated by the Makara Ketu, the Kamana Deva, through the Manini Loka by creating the Kamana attraction for the women in the heart of the men. Vice versa also. No, see, dekho. Bhagavan Rama in his route, how in travel or otherwise, he must have observed the world of people. How the hridaya of the men folk is mathita because of their infatuation to this Manini Loka, the women, the wife, isn't it? That manini lokam in the kamana. So what it indicates is the kamana for the stree, for man and purusha for the stree, is the most powerful one, and that is given as example. We have to understand that every of the desire for the uh, outer worldly things for the sake of propitiation of the indriyas or our own antakarana or upadhis, all of them have to be taken into account. Not only the Manini Loka here, which is very important, most powerful one, but the Hridaya also is for the Artha, the wealth, for the other Annadi Bhoga, Bhojanadi Bhoga, and the some for power, some for position, some for the supremacy. Each one's Hridaya is Mathita for so many things. एक बंदे का हृदय दूसरे की तरह नहीं होगा बट मोस्ट ऑफ देम कॉमनली हैव द मथनम इन द हृदय बिकॉज ऑफ माननी लोका infatuation. That's why that's given as main example. Except those who have deep viveka and vairagya, which is gained through very many lives of Shravana and Chintana Manana, only those are freed from these infatuations. If that deep understanding that this is how I am lost in the worldliness, those who don't have this thinking, this exposure, they all will be commonly get lost in their hridaya and hridaya mathana is that chintana, kamana, planning to get those bhogas. And when that bhoga comes, there is no, limit to that, more and more greed. And if that is not gained, any of that sukhas, then the frustration inside, the dejection inside, all that put together is called mathitam. Mathan kiya ja raha hai. So makara ketuna manini lokaihi hridayam mathitam. Okay, mathitam manini lokaihi manaha or hridayam makara ketuna. Bapre. Kamanas. And all that is just moha, infatuation, moha only. Unless we study deep Vedanta and find everything to be the Paramatma itself deeply, anything other than him is only Maya, Prakalpita, Moha Janita. If this knowledge comes, then nothing can cheat me, deceive me, because I have that knowledge. And those who don't have the deep, convinced knowledge, or that knowledge, even if it's forgotten for few moments, enough for the mind and Maya to become act and play and pull that yogi to this infatuated life. Then the danger in this is what any of the such desire is, it pulls us down into worldly level so faster that by the time we have become aware, we have already fallen. Again, वहाँ से उठकर फिर से through vivek and vairagya coming to that highest level of non-detachment from everything, seeking only Paramatma. Oh, who knows? It may take 100 lives again. Matitam manini lokaihi mano Makaraketuna. Example is given. Komalam Kuranishpeshaihi Kamalam Karina Yatha. So Komalam Kamalam. A very tender lotus. Kuranishpeshaihi Karina Yatha. Like the elephant with its very heavy loaded and heavy legs. How it just kundal kar उस कमलों को सत्यानाश कर देता है ना. When the elephants go into the ponds for taking bath and all, there are so many lotuses. The एलिफेंट डोंट केयर, डजंट केयर ना. उसके पाँव के नीच के पूरे कुचले जाते हैं all those lotuses. Imagine that picture. Just put yourself in the place of those lotus. And if I am the lotus and on me, when the elephant's legs fall, और elephants एक नहीं झुंड झुंड आते हैं एक के बाद एक बाद. How much is the pain of to that Komala Narayana, the lotus? So too is the Komala mana of us is being crushed by this Manini Loka, forced by the Makaraketu. Makaraketu Kamadeva. For men, the women are like elephants. For the women, the men are elephants, and their minds are like the lotuses. They are being matita. Unless if you understand this way and feel that no, I don't want to be that take crushed, that we won't give away ourselves. We don't try to save ourselves. What is required is wanting to save ourselves, knowing that this is a destructive way of living life. If you are wanting, okay, then the all upayas will work. All what you call rescue operations can be done. The guidance of the Shastra and Gurus will work. If we ourselves are like the lotuses asking the elephants to come and crush, what can anybody's advice works? We won't take advice even. See that Dattatrayji's contemplation. Sorry, not that. Parashuramji's. On the way to going to our this Dattatreya Bhagwan, as ordered by or as guided by Samvarta Rishi. Throughout his journey, thinks only this: what life I am living of lower level for the Indriyas and Bhoga and all. I'm just destroying myself only. With full Vivek and Vairagya, he goes and surrenders. Dattatreya at that time, when he goes, Dattatreya is with some women in his lap and then a Madira bottle in front and all other apsaras, everything. Then Dattatreya जी के पास जाकर परशुराम जी पहले देखते हैं. What it is, Samartha ji will not send me to a guru who is not greater than greatest. And he looks at him. Then, to the luck and fortune of Parshurama, he contemplates inside. He is only in this form with his Yoga Shakti, only to test me, check me. Therefore, I will not fail in this pariksha. He may be appearing like this, but he is my Satguru. With that attitude, without having even a trace of doubt in his mind about seeing the Tatreji like it, he asks the questions about how to get rid of the world and worldliness from the mind, what is the permanent and all that. That time first दत्तात्रेय जी कहते हैं, मैं तो इतना रस्टिक वर्ल्डली हूँ, आप मुझे आकर कैसे पूछ रहे हो प्रश्न, मैं क्या आपको जवाब दूँ. See that Dattatreya ji testing him. That time फिर परशुराम जी doesn't shake at all. He says, hey, Guru, I know you only are testing me. The Samvartha ji will not send me to any ordinary Guru. He knows in and out of the Guru, then he will send me. देन दत्तात्रेय जी feels happy, प्रसन्न हो जाते हैं seeing Parashurama's Shraddha and all that. Then he starts giving that Tripura Devi Upasana first for 12 years. After doing that, then Tattva Jnana, Moksha Jnana, which we are doing every day chanting. Isn't it? That Dattatreya just played a play for Parashurama to test him. So otherwise, Manini Lokai Makarketuna Manaha Matitam Komalam Kamalam Kureneva Kuranispesha Karina Yatha. हाथी के पांव के नीचे कमल की तरह हृदय हमारा कुचला जाता है कामनाओं के कारण. Then the other aspect of it we are not telling. How our talents are, abilities are forgotten or misused. How our great opportunities to evolve are not even looked at. How we go away out of various reasons from the divinity, from the spirituality, from the teachers, even from the dharma, etc. Because of this inner anta mathana created out of kamana by this kamadeva makaraketu. See that ये सारे बातें. Therefore, just think about it slowly and then feel very strongly from within. Like in Katha Upanishad, lastly said, Yada sarve pramuchyante kama yesya hridishritaha athamartyo amruto bhavati atra brahma samashnuti. When all the hridishrita kamanas totally go away, at that very moment, in that very place, he will discover the Amritattva, Brahma Tattva, that great sadhaka. You know, distance between me and my Paramatma is only Kamana. But the number of Kamanas, the repeated request or seeking of the Kamanas, indulging that, creating the gulf or the distance between me and Paramatma to be endless, running into, if you convert it into the time, millions of lives. बस मेरे भगवान के बीच में दायरा किसका है? कामना का. जिसको एक ही कामना है उतना ही गैप है. छोड़ दिया, you will reach. And the other hearts like us, millions of kamanas and wanting to repeat them in million ways, that much we are away from Paramatma. For that many lives. And every time in the effort of fulfilling the kamana, we only are deceiving and cheating us. Even if they are fulfilled, they are greedy, we are greedy. So that's not called fulfillment at all. Even if you are not greedy for that, again something else is desired by us. That also shows that we are not fulfilled. कोई भी एक कामना में हमको तृप्ति होता है ना, फिर दूसरा कामना और वही कामना दोबारा नहीं होना चाहिए. उससे ही हमको अकल में बताना है कि therefore this is delusory, it is illusory, it is only creating a temporary satisfaction, but that's not going away. Therefore, this is not the way to fulfill kamanas. That common sense should come, which is very tough. Maha, when that intuitive intellect is there, Guru Bhagavat Kripa is there, then only such intellect comes, such understanding comes. Then the realization is full desires are not eliminated by fulfilling them. Desires are eliminated by growing out of them. How do we grow out of it? Convert the desires from the worldly to the Paramatma. So, Loka Kama to Atma Kama when we become. And then Atma Kamana when we fulfill by Adhyatmic Sadhana. Then we become Apta Kama. Means the ones who has fulfilled the desire of Atma. Once Atma Anubhuti gained, there is nothing other than it to desire for. That is the only way we can conquer. दोनों देखो, जिन्होंने कामना छोड़ दी वही आत्मा को पाएगा, जिन्होंने आत्मा को पाया वही कामना को छोड़ देगा. देखो, then how to balance? Let the kamana be only for atma. Let us put efforts only for it. And in the atma prapti, everything is obtained because there is nothing other than atman. The purnata experience, apurnata is not there. The apurnata in the heart is the reason from where, like what do you mean by depression in the ocean? A water or air pressure is reduced. To fulfill it, it attacks the earth. So too, the lacking in our heart in the form of incompleteness creates that what you call cyclone called as desire. But when the self is discovered, which is infinite, there is no depression. Therefore, there is no creation of desire. There is no samsara. This is how the Mahatmas experience, they guide us. We have to think, believe them, and pursue Atman. That's the point. Now, next one. Adya chet swachaya buddhya munindra na chikitsyate bhuyaschitta chikitsaya tat kilavsarah kutah. Now, this is the most beautiful sloka. Wow, wow, wow. Here, the Rama says to the Munindra, Vishwamitraji, Adya chet swachaya buddhya na chikitsyate. With the pure heart of perfect clarity and intention to this roga of the kamana. And if chikitsa is not done here and now, Adya chet na chikitsyate. Swachaya buddhya. With the purified intellect which has got exposure to the Guru and Shastra, and through the study of that, analyzed his own life's slavery to the world and discovered, this is how I'm caught up in Kamana, this is how I have to come out. if अपने स्वच्छ बुद्धि से इस कामना रूपी रोग का अब इलाज नहीं करोगे तो देन भूय चित्त चिकित्साया तत्किल अवसर कुतः then with this disease in the mind, okay, in the human life of the desire is the disease, committed all the papa, as a result we go to naraka adi pashu adi yoni. How can you do the chikitsa of that at that time? स्वच्छ बुद्धि क्या बुद्धि होगा नहीं ना उन पशु योनि में. पशुओं तो they just live only at the deha tadatma level. So therefore all the three slokas you have to connect. First one is Janmavali, because of the Indriya Granthi. The Indriya Granthi is all the 14 faculties. We identify with them. In the identification with what is the most dangerous disease that comes in us? The Kamana. So Makara Ketu create the Kamana. Here the three Kamana I said, we have to add all the 14 Indriyas Kamana. In the three Kamana, all the 14 are involved. That is why it is very, very powerful. बाकी कामना में थोड़े थोड़े होते हैं. Now this is a big disease. If you don't treat it right now, when will you treat? And the logic of it is what? With the power of ignorance and illusion and desires. Whatever I am today now caught up in. If I cannot try with my full efforts, with the help of God, Guru, and come out of this roga of the diseases, what will happen, to whatever the power of these negativities I have in me, today's thing also is added. Then tomorrow it becomes more stronger. Tomorrow also if I don't try, day after I try, then day after tomorrow, कल का भी वो जो है वो addition जो है add होकर that कामनादि विकारा becomes more बलवान and it is more difficult to defeat. Like if बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट में ये 370 आर्टिकल निकालना और ये राम मंदिर बनाना, शिव कृष्ण मंदिर बनाना और सारे मंदिर वापस लेना, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन चेंज ठीक करना, है ना, UCCCA लाना. If you don't bring that, do you think you can bring in the other fellows governments? They are the enemy of the country only. They don't know how to rule, what's the glory, what is the heart of Bharat Mata. They don't know. The fact that they are fighting so strongly against, so beautifully ruling government itself shows that they are anti-Indian. That's a proof that a common sensed Indian can think like this. A common sensed and unbiased intellect. He knows they are doing very well for the country, isn't it? The mere fact that opposing shows that they are anti. If this government do not do, who will do? In the same way, if in this life, if we don't do chikitsa to this, then we have added more vasanas, more kamanas to our inner chintana and outer indulgences. So then later on, it becomes more powerful, no? कोई भी चीज में टेररिस्ट को, if you don't nip them at the bud level, when they grow, you can't avoid, you can't. What Israel is doing that way is correct. Totally we will eliminate only. नहीं तो क्या है ना, वो लोग लाइक दे आर लाइक वाइट एंड्स ओनली, खा लेते हैं, सबको खोखला बनाते हैं, पूरा ह्यूमैनिटी का एनिमीज है दे आर. इन चाइना ऑल्सो 2 crores of people are bound under the jail रहते वो लोग, 2 crore. Some name they have for the people there, whichever is the name. They don't allow them. Even the stupid countries like UK and India, they allow. अब UK में देखो 20 साल 30 साल में it will become one of those 50 countries. You have to be very strong. सनातन धर्म का अब रक्षा नहीं हो, कब होएगा? आज वोटिंग हो गया, अभी चल रहा होगा कुछ जगह पे. In the same way, Sri Rama says, Adyachet he munindra na chikitsyate. And he is giving the idea, Swachaya Buddhya. Swacha Buddhi means the unbiased intellect, which is able to think independently as to why this Janma Parampara and Samsara is happening. If one is thinks with the Swacha Buddhi, he will understand these two things, the Upadhi Tadatmya, then the Kamana in the heart. These two are the reasons for the Janma Parampara. This understanding, this acceptance, then with this going to the Guru, Maharaj, please tell me the upaya to come out of this. That is called Swacha Buddhi Vyakti. And then as the knowledge gained from the Guru, he will utilize that knowledge to rise above these things. And the knowledge given by Guru is only this. There is no two options in the life. Just attend to Paramatma till Paramatma is gained. After Paramatma is gained, stay in Paramatma. This only this ilaj to come out of this disease of Makara Deva, or what is his name, Makara Ketu Kamana. Being in the world of multiplicity with the Upadhi, thinking to get freed from the Kamanas and thinking to get freed from the Janma Parampara Bandhana is impossible. It's a foolishness only. We give you 7 or 9 days back 15-20 examples like this. स्वामी जी झूठ कैसे छोड़ दूं मैं? ओनली सिंपल, सच बोलते जाओ इतना कि झूठ का मौका ही ना होगा. दिस ओनली वे. झूठ में रहते हुए झूठ को छोड़ना नहीं होता. हाउ आई कैन बी ऑनेस्ट? यू जस्ट बी ऑनेस्ट, दैट्स इट. द डिसऑनेस्टी गोes away. हाउ टू लीव द एंगर? जस्ट लव, दैट्स इट. स्टे इन दैट लव. Come out of it, anger will come. How to avoid the negative values? Keep practicing positive, that's it. Don't give chance to yourself. How to avoid accident on the road? Be on the road with proper driving. That's the only option. Is there any other option? In the same way, only knowing the infinite Paramatma is an option. Don't give any option. This is what Gurus teach us. That is what just now is a make the mind the Atma Kami from the Jagat Kami. The Jagat Kami is called as Samsari Baddha. Atma Kami Sadhaka is called Mumukshu, is the Jignasu, is Bhakta. बढ़िया है कि नहीं? And Atma Kami can be Apta Kami because Atman is true, Atman is real, Atman is my own self. वो डिजायर पक्का फुलफिल होगा, वो इन्फिनिट भी है. टाइम लगता होगा डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ वी पुट एफर्ट्स. बट द अदर कामना, बिकॉज दे आर इल्यूजरी, दे आर ओनली एल्यूरिंग, नॉट परमानेंट. दे आर लाइक मिराज वाटर. अब जितना भी दौड़ते जाओ, वो प्यास भजे बढ़ेगी ही, थकावट बढ़ेगा ही. दैट एग्जाम्पल, व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड मृग तृष्णा. आउट ऑफ तृष्णा दैट मृग रन्स बिहाइंड दैट मिराज वाटर. भाग भाग के वो इतना थक कर, from its mouth and all, blood oozing, it just dies there only without getting that water. Why? Because there's no water. Every one of us are dying only like that mruga, running behind this mruga trishna of the objects of the world. out of our kamana. All of us are dying with unfulfilled desires only. Because desires can never be fulfilled of anyone. And with those residue, again we are born. Along with what karmas we have done, depending on that. Very intelligent we have to be, very clear in the understanding. Therefore, हे मुनिंद्र अब चिकित्सा नहीं करे तो कब करे? What a powerful thought, no? Useful है कि नहीं? अद्य चेत स्वच्छया बुद्ध्या मुनीन्द्र न चिकित्स्यते भूयः चित्तचिकित्सायाः तत् अवसरः किल कुतः? If you don't treat it now, allow the disease to possess us, and under that disease of desire, we commit all the karma and we are pushed into those yonis where the Swacha Buddhi kya buddhi ही नहीं रहेगा. Can we do chikitsa of it there? Very powerful shlokas, powerful guidance, perfect guidance. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you to Rama. No, I tell you, people, with just knowing Rama Katha a little bit are so great bhaktas of Rama. Wonderful. I really love them. I appreciate them. If all of them study Valmiki, this Yogavas Ramayana, वो तो राम जी के लिए फिदा ही हो जाएंगे. I तो tell Yoga Vaashishtha Ramayana should become the to be studied subject, Vairagya Prakarana, for the all +2 and graduate students. फिर उनका मन कैसे भटकेगा बताओ विषय में. Otherwise, just to see, without any age limit, without any whatever gender limit, without any dignity of power or position, etc. At any age, at any position, are not the people becoming victim of it? That's the meaning of it. At the right time, it's not treated, how it leads to catastrophe or the destruction. Don't you see the news in the world? At the age of 80, 70, 90, the presidents, big people of the world, trapped in this हनी ट्रैप कहते हैं, इधर उधर फंसे रहते हैं, करोड़पति लोग. Don't you see in the world every day? And it continues in next life, next life, next life. कोई भी योनि हो, बाकी डिजायर पोस्टपोन होते होंगे, लेकिन दिस मेन डिजायर ऑफ मकर केतु तो कंटिन्यूस. अभी चिकित्सा करना है. Just close eyes, look into the heart, every kamana of every sort. Let us pray to Lord to remove it, like He has done for Prahlada. And then we should ask Him, I am desirous of getting freed from all desires, O Lord. I am giving you full permission, authority, with all my requests and prayers and beggings, that you do what you want to do, but see that that kida of desire fulfillment goes away from mind. Only one desire to obtain you must be remaining there overpoweringly, and let me work only for that. See that in Dhanyastakam. त्यक्तैषणात्रयमवेक्षित मोक्ष मार्गा. एक क्षणात्रय को त्याग करके जिन्होंने मोक्ष मार्ग को पकड़ा वही धन्य है. ऊपर भी बताया ते उत्तमाः करके. ओके, द नेक्स्ट वन देखो, आदिशंकर जी के सारे ग्रंथों में ये सारे टॉपिक्स दिखते हैं हमको. तो ही हैज गॉन थ्रू ऑल दैट. श्रुति पुराण का आलय है वो, इसलिए उनको हर एक ग्रंथ से sufficient data available है. He has given us prakaranams. So the next one, विषम विषय वैषम्यम न विषम विषमुच्यते जन्मांतरघ्ना विषयाः एकदेह हरम विषम. See the purity, see the clarity of the thought. विषम विषय वैषम्यम, the vishamata in the mind happening because of the lalasa for the vishayas is the real visha, poison. Na visham vishamuchyate. The ordinary poison of the snake or anything, that is not the visham at all. The difference between two is what? Ki this vishaya visha, the poison of the desires for the object is janmantaragna vishayaha. Millions of janma, it will destroy us. The vishaya rupi visha. Whereas the other visha, सांप ने डस लिया हो, बिच्छू ने काट दिया हो, या कोई पॉइजनस फूड खाया हो, उससे एक देह हरम, ओनली वन बॉडी इज किल्ड बाय दिस ऑर्डिनरी विष. बट विषय रूपी विष जन्मांतर अघ्ना, जन्मांतर अघ्न मीन्स अनेक जन्मों का नाश करने वाला है विषय रूपी विष. और इसी को क्या ट्रुथफुल्ली पोएटिकली भगवान आदिशंकर से एक चुड़ामणि, दोषेण तीव्र विषय कृष्ण सर्प विषाद. कृष्ण सर्प के विष से भी विषय का विष दोष में मतलब नाश करने में हजारों गुना तीव्र है. You measure everything in तीव्रता, है ना. The cyclonic effect, only 40 kilometer speed, little it will hit, it's not a big one. But the big one, the depression has taken a huge cyclonic form, 260 kilometers speed the wind will be, and when it hits the coast anywhere, वो सारा 2 किलोमीटर तक उखाड़ देगा सब. तीव्रता. Same way, the तीव्रता of the bombing, है ना. तीव्रता आप देखते हो ना, बस एक 100 मीटर की जगह को ही नाश करने वाला. बट दैट बॉम्ब्स व्हिच आर थ्रोन ऑन जापान, नो, हिरोशिमा एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, हाउ तीव्र दे वर. इन द सेम वे तीव्रता की बात अगर समझ गए तो द तीव्रता ऑफ द विष इज 1000 टाइम्स मोर देन द कोबरा का विष. दोषेण तीव्र विषय कृष्ण सर्प विषाद. कृष्ण सर्प इज ब्लैक कोबरा विषाद. वाई द डिफरेंस? यहाँ जो डिफरेंस बोला वो एक था कि ये विष एक ही जन्म में हमको मारेगा, विषय रूपी विष जन्म जन्म को हमें मारेगा, हमको मारेगा. सेम थिंग हियर इट इज सेड, विषम निहंति भोक्तारम द्रष्टारम चक्षुषापेयम. I tell you, this one clicks, so like we are. The visha of the black cobra will kill us when the cobra bites me or I consume it. अगर सांप है इधर ही लेकिन डसा नहीं, 1000 साल भी वहां रहो और डसा नहीं तो मरेगा नहीं हम. And the poison is there in that glass. We have not drunk. We don't die. Just by looking at cobra or its poison or venom, do we die? But what about Vishayas? Drashtaram chakshushapi. Just by eyes you see the Vishayas, Visha, it is enough for destruction. Because the moment we look at them, the inner mathana starts. Unknowingly it becomes a desire through sankalpa and all. But we are fallen from our supreme spiritual goal, and we have fallen from all our dignity, our education, our dharma, and we become victimized by it. And we don't die. We live as a living being in the human body, but we die as a cultural, moral, ethical, evolving person. And the death of that character is worse than real death. गीता में कहते हैं कि नहीं, संभावित अकीर्ति ही मरणादतिरिच्यते. जिसको अकीर्ति संभव होता है, संभावना अकीर्ति का, इट इज वर्स देन द मरण ओनली. दिस इज हाउ द विष इज मोर तीव्र इन इट्स दोष देन दैट ऑफ द कोबरा पॉइजन. उसको पीने से हम मरते हैं, इसको देखने मात्र से. तो बाय सेइंग सो Shankaracharya is hinted at the highest sadhana. We know we don't accept it, we don't understand it, we don't practice it. What is the highest sadhana? Indirectly hinted it. What indirectly? Directly only. What is the thought given? The visha of the cobra, by looking at it will not kill us, only when we drink it. But the vishayas will kill us just by looking at only. So what is the thought given? Therefore, don't look at them. That is the meaning of Bhadram Karnemehi Shunyamaha, Bhadram Pashyema Akshamihi. That is the meaning of going away from all the towns and cities, staying in any ashram, in a secluded place, and doing all the inner sadhanas and discovering the Paramatma. अब यहाँ जहां भी देखो विषय दिख रहे हैं, तो फिर बार बार हम आहत हो रहे हैं अंदर. The only way to protect from getting killed by the poison of Vishayas is don't look at them. Bas, that's it. गीता में उसको कहते हैं विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिना. When you don't look at them, when you stop consuming, slowly they go away. Rasavarjam. The taste for it remains, but that taste also patiently, perseverantly, when you are discovering Paramatma, that also goes away. Raso api asya param društva nivartate. Even the taste of the Vishaya Bhogas of millions of lives, that also goes away when the Paramatma का taste मिल जाता है. But तब तक ये taste रहता है, it tries to pull us towards the world. We have to win the taste, underline this word. That can be won over only when you have the higher taste than that. The higher taste is Paramatma only. इसलिए परमात्मा को पाए हुए भक्तों को वो कुछ भी सामने लाओ, वो कहते हैं फीका है, टेस्टी नहीं है, एक कड़वा है, मेरे लिए नहीं चाहिए. मुझे भगवान का नाम का माधुर्य मिल गया, रूप का माधुर्य मिला, गुणों का माधुर्य मिला, कथा का माधुर्य मिला. पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पाया. जिसको राम रतन धन मिला है, सारे रत्न धन से कीमते राम नाम करके, तो वन गॉट कन्विंस्ड ही विल नॉट हैव द रनिंग फॉर अदर रत्न एंड धन. So this is a powerful slokas. विषम विषय वैषम्यम न विषम विषमुच्यते जन्मांतरज्ञाः विषयाः एकदेहहरं विषम. The ordinary visha kills only one body. एक ही देह का हरण करता है वो. But what about the विषया named visha? जन्मांतरज्ञा विषयाः. One life after life, again and again we are killed by the vishaya named visha. Therefore, to get out of that in this very life, we have to do the prayatna. स्वच्छया बुद्धिया उसका अभी चिकित्सा करना है. And then the one who this way has contemplated independently as well as under the guidance of Guru and Shastra, he comes to the perfect matured understanding. In that understanding, how is attitude? This is Shloka 14. Very powerful. Huh? Na sukhani na dukkhani na mitrani na bandhavaha na jeevitam na maranam bandhayajnasya chetanaha. That's it. The one Jnasya Chetasaha, the one who has discovered Paramatma, him all these things won't bind. He has understood. He will not be bound by the Sukha, therefore he won't seek them. When he is not seeking the Sukha, why will the Dukkha come to him? So too, Namitrani Nabandavaha. He is happy within himself, therefore he doesn't need anybody's company to make someone as Mitra or Bandhava. Therefore, how they will give Sukha or Dukkha to him? किसी को ना मित्र माना ना बांधव माना, इसे सुख मिलेगा नहीं उनसे, और इसलिए धोखा देकर जाए तो आई विल बी मिजरेबल. दैट मिजरी आल्सो विल नॉट बी देयर फॉर ए ज्ञस्य चेतसः, द वन हुज चित्त हैज गॉट दिस नॉलेज. सो टू न जीवितम न मरणम बंधाय. neither birth binds him, nor death binds him. Why? Because he has discovered the self which is beyond birth and death. He doesn't celebrate birthday, he will not celebrate that Bharya day, nahi, birthday, Bharya day, the death day. Jeevitam, Maranam, Bandhu, Mitra, Sukha, Dukkha, nothing will bind a Gnasya Chetasaha, the one in whose chitta, the Tattva Gnana, Atma Gnana has come. Along with that, the ephemerality of the world, therefore understood them to be the Visha, therefore he is not interested in them. See, each shloka is so much important information for a spiritual seeker who wants to learn and grow. It is giving us. अब पता चला the glory of Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana. At the same time, the topic is so heavy that the ordinary worldly people cannot have the load of it. They can't take the heaviness of it. वो लोग सकम हो जाते हैं, they get defeated. हमसे नहीं होगा. They can't. They cannot. Those who take freedom, to decide, they can never attend. And those who come under obligation, that is out of obligation they come. उनको benefit होता है सुनने का. Italy that obligation that is my guru or teacher teaching, उनके आत्म शांति के लिए सुनूंगा, करके भी आवे तो उसका फायदा होगा. Like few audience I had like that. मेरे आत्म शांति के लिए आते थे. अभी उनको पता चला मेरा आत्मा शांति हो गया. They went. Now, those who don't come, how to communicate to them the glory of this Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana? Actually, आप पढ़ोगे तब पता चलता है ना. So this topic of last 4-5 shlokas, has it not gone into the root cause of all problems? Is it not indicating to us the solution permanent for all problems? संसार के सारे समस्याओं का समाधान दिखा रहे इधर. एक्चुअल ना हमारा नियत साफ नहीं है. What is the niyat साफ? Not towards anybody, our own selves. That we don't want to come out of bondage. हार्ट इन हार्ट में ना हम कहते हैं ना, ये कीचड़ जो है दुनिया का हमारे ऊपर गिरने दो, ये कांटे चुभने दो, लेकिन हमारे को ये सुअर की तरह छोटे छोटे सुख भोग मिल रहे हैं ना, उसको हम उससे खुश हैं. दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ नो नियत साफ इन अस, नॉट टुवर्ड्स एनीवन, नॉट ए नेगेटिव थिंग इट इज. जनरली नियत साफ नहीं है मीन्स हिज इंटेंशंस आर इम्प्योर. We don't have the pure intention to come out of these miseries. We fail. Why? Because for small little pleasures, we are ready to go through big miseries. That type of thing we are habituated to. To such person who finds the pleasure in those pains and ready to go through them, which guru, which God can teach these things and pull him out of the daldal, out of that kitchen? Nobody can. Who are examples for that? We only. फॉर लिटिल बिट विषय होगा, सुख होगा, निद्रा होगा, उसके लिए हम जितना जीवन भी उस दाव पे लगा रहे हैं, उसके लिए इज्जत भी दाव पे लगा रहे, एंड गेटिंग ऑल ह्यूमिलिएशंस, इंसल्ट्स, फिजिकल एलिमेंट्स, disappointment, dejection, ready for all that small little pleasures. That's why nobody can do the uddhar of anyone. भगवान इसलिए क्लियरली कहते हैं उद्धरे आत्मनात्मान. These two things are the bittermost truths. Just like the one who wants to do his own uddhara, even God cannot stop him. Same way, the one who doesn't want to do his own uddhara, even God cannot help him. इसलिए दुनिया चलता ही रहता है. इसमें जो चाहता है उसको कोई नहीं रोक पाता. लाइक इफ यू वांट टू कम टू द क्लास, मजा है किसी को रोकने का आपको. Dare not anyone. Obviously, the other way around, if you are not interested in class, the whole 33 crore devatas put together cannot pull you to the class. Impossible it is. That's it. And the common sense language में जो हम कहते हैं वही है. Very layman's language. कि तुमको नहीं पढ़ी है तो मैं क्या करूं? All the devatas say, you are not interested, what can I do? Like the intelligent parents. Stupid fellow, if you are not studying, what can I do? I can't help you. Go. But the child said, Papa, I want to study, please get me admission in this, that. Yes, I'll take loan also, education loan. Doesn't matter, I have to pay it for 20 years, but I'll pay for you. Go study. अब बच्चा पढ़ना चाहते तो इतनी मेहनत पेरेंट्स डू. वो खुद ही नालायक है, हम नहीं पढ़ना चाहते, अब वो करे क्या पेरेंट? So to the gurus and Bhagwan and Devatas. If we are not ready for our own uddharana, nobody's help can help us. We will insult them. मैंने मांगा क्या आपसे? That's what I told you. People don't come to class only to tell me on my face. हमको नहीं चाहिए, हम क्यों आएंगे आपके क्लास? I always console myself this way. कि they are not interested to come to my class. What can I do? And the more wise thought than this, which clicked to me recently, is if at all they are interested in any satsang, there are 1,000 great Mahatmas who can speak better than me. They will go there. When they come to me, isn't it? फ्री है ना आजकल तो. फ्री में कोई भी यू कैन पुट ऑन एनी महात्मा लाइक ए रोबो. किसी महात्मा को ऑन कर सकते हो, आपके लिए बोलेंगे अब जब चाहे बंद भी कर सकते हो. एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल. दैट रेवलेशन गेम इज सच ए ग्रेट जॉय. इज कॉल्ड disillusionment. Then I understood, okay, this all shouting chillana is for my own sake. And people are leaving me for my own uddhar. Uddhar is atma. So, न सुखानि न दुःखानि न मित्राणि न बान्धवाः न जीवितं न मरणं बन्धाय ज्ञस्य चेतसः. Gyasya cheta means a person who has matured in understanding, intellectual. Nothing can bind him. द अदर वे अराउंड इज देखो जिनके चित्त में ये वाला ज्ञान नहीं है, फॉर हिम सुख भी दुख भी बंधु भी मित्र भी जन्म मरण एंड इन बिटवीन एवरीथिंग, ऑल ऑफ दैट इज अ कॉज ऑफ बंधन ओनली, everything is binding for him. That is why the jnana is the only thing which frees us from all bondage, just like the ignorance is the cause of all bondages. The one of the wisdom is this one. Ki the Janma Parampara is happening because of the Indriya Granthi. And that is expressing in the form of Upadita Adatma leading to the Kamanas. And to that, if you don't do treatment right now, it runs for lives together. And then an inspirational guidance for that is what? The example of the Vishaya Visha and ordinary Visha. Ordinary Visha kills only one Sharira, but Vishaya Visha goes on killing us millions of lives. Therefore, have all this knowledge thoroughly heard, contemplated, understood, and digested, and see to it that you don't come under the bondage of Janma, Marana, Sukha, Dukkha, Bandhu, Mitra. All of them are ephemeral only. This is clarity. Jnasya Chetasaha Nabandhaya and Agnyasya Bandhaya Eva. The knowledgeable is never bound and ignorant is never liberated. मर्जी आपकी है. दिन ब दिन ज्ञान को आप बढ़ाओ, दृढ़ करते जाओ, बंधन से लूज होते हुए बाहर आ जाओ. We are doing that only through Shastra Adhyanam. And today we started praying also. Bhagavan, this jnana which we are studying should be Siddhanta Rupena Pakka in us, and we should live up to that knowledge. See to it that we come out of all bondages into the moksha. Bhagavan Kripa Karo. Hey Guru Kripa Karo. Not that we are satisfied with theory and continue to be Pakka Samsari. Nahi, 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 nahi. This insult to you and Shastra and our own life we don't want. We are very clear in our heart. We want the Anubhuti of Paramatma. For that, any sacrifice, give us strength to do and make us do. Any sadhana also, how much ever tough it is. इसको surrender कहते हैं. इसको बार बार कहना. 1,000 times. When we do it, then Bhagavan feels, yeah, ये genuine है करके. Like when you go to somebody to get the loan, एक बार कहे उससे मांगो, उसने कहा नहीं दूंगा, अब आगे मानो, इससे उसको इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं. But when you go 20, 30, 40 times to him, उनको लगता है यार he needs and also he expects only me, so let me give it, if not everything, at least little bit. ये हमको भगवान को दिखाना है कि हम चाहते हैं और उनसे ही चाहते हैं अनुग्रह एंड मोक्ष. That is possible when we intensely pray this way. We are praying nowadays. That the Siddhanta should become sadhana. Sadhana should give us anubhuti. Okay. Now, now in this 15th shloka, first time so far, Sri Rama now surrender to the Guru and tells, he educate me, I want to become a jnani to get freed from all the bandhana. क्योंकि अज्ञान से बंधन, ज्ञान से मोक्ष. He says, तद्भवामि यथा ब्रह्मन् पूर्वापरविदाम्बर भीतशोकभयायासः ज्ञः ततोपदिशाशु मे ततोपदिश आशु मे. Powerful, perfect, beautiful, complete shloka. This is as good as 7th shloka of 7th chapter of Gita, 2nd chapter of Gita. कार्पण्य दोषो बहता स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेताः यत् श्रेयः स्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेहं चादिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. इधर आल्सो तद्भवामि यथा ब्रह्मन् पूर्वापरविदां वर भीतशोकभयायासः ज्ञस्ततोपदिशाशु मे. So हे ब्रह्मन्, he is addressing the Guru as Brahman. Then Purva Apara Vidamvara, the one who is the knower of Purva and Apara. आगे पीछे मतलब बंधन मोक्ष के सारे डिटेल्स जानने वाले. दिस पूर्वापरविदा is an idiom. In my Telugu mother tongue, it is used same way, it is used with the same meaning. Like a judge, after listening to both prosecutor and defense lawyer, before he gives judgment, there it is 2 sentences are given. Said कि पूर्वापरों को परिशीलन करने के बाद, साक्ष्य आधारों को परिशीलन करने के बाद ये मुलजिम, he is convicted. ये क्या है ना, whatever that Neram, whatever the crime he has committed, the court comes to the conclusion. Then, as per this PC, he will be given this punishment too. So that Purvapara Vicharana. Purvapara Vicharana means the one who clearly knows the knowledge of bondage and liberation. Such a Guru. He Brahman, a Purvapara Vidam Vara. Vara means rest. The best among Pura means Bandhana, Para means Moksha. Bandha Moksha Pura जानने वाले गुरु महाराज तत् भवामी मुझे वो बनना है. See the clarity of Rama. मुझे वो बनना है. तत् भवामी. तत् भवितुम इच्छामि. I desire to become that. What do you want to become? What? First, Vita Shokaha. Vita Shokaha. Freed from all the Shoka. Then second one, Vita Bhayaha. I want to be free from all the fears. Third, Vita Ayasaha. All these tensions and worries and efforts. Misery, fear, and all the ayasaha, hardships or difficulties or troubles. आयास मतलब कष्ट इत्यादि टेंशन, ये तीनों से मुझे बाहर होना है. शोक भय आयास से फ्री वाला मुझे बनना है. सो वीत शोक वीत भय वीत आयास तत् अहम भवामि. I want to become that. 3. Fourth one also. What is that? Jnaha. I want to become Jnaha, the knower of the truth, thereby the knower of moksha also. Experiencer of the moksha. Tatha upadesha. How I get all these four? वो सारे उपदेश आप मुझे दीजिए. आशु means instantaneously. बिना कोई डिले का तुरंत आप मुझे पढ़ाइए. Please give me the upadesha by which I become the Jna, so that I am freed from the Shoka, Bhaya and Ayasa. I want to be like that. Hey, Brahma, Brahman and Purvapara Vidambara. Brahman and Purvapara Vidambara are the addresses vocative to Vishwamitra Vashishtha ji by Sri Rama, and is asking, make me Jna. Do the Upadesha to me immediately so that I become Jna, knowledgeable, and therefore freed from the Shoka, Ayasa and Bhaya. Ayasa is the desires. When there are so much, we hard work, we do terrible hard work for it. That's ayasa. Then the bhaya is whether the result will come or not. Shoka is the result comes but it's not permanent, it goes away, therefore shoka grasta. So Vita Raga Bhaya Kruda has said in Gita, here also Shoka Bhaya Ayasa are the samsara. That becomes Ajnana. Jnana removes them, therefore give me the Jnana. I want to be Jnani, Tad Bhavami. तद ज्ञः हम भवामि, तद वीत शोक हम भवामि, तद वीत भय हम भवामि, तद वीत आयास हम भवामि. Therefore, आशु मे उपदिशा. How to become so? Please guide me, O Guru. Clear? This is what. Then he talks some more. Ki this whole outer and inner world, full of the web of the vasanas, binding us, how to do it. Then he says finally, if you take a sa, SAW, sa, you cut me that with that. That pain I am ready to go through, but this samsara dukkha I am not able to withstand to. Hey Guru, please give jnana and bring me out of that. Dekho, this is called a tivra mumuksha, tivra jignasa. You cut me with that saw, that won't pain me more than what pain I am going through because of this samsara. This is called as that mumuksha, tivra mumuksha, that in samsara I am having terrible bandhana, I want to come out of it. Here he says, Krakachagra Vinishpesham Sodum Shakyome Aham Mune Samsara Vyavaharottam Na Asha Vishaya Vaishavam Vaishasam. Impossible to sustain to this samsaric life of external, internal. More painful it is. Same thing Arjuna says in Gita. You give everything of the three words, including Swarga Sukha. I believe that this dukkha is not going to go away, because this dukkha is not about winning or losing the war. It is something different. That is Ajnana Janita Samsara Dukkha. He says, Nahi prapashyami mama avanudhyate shokam utshoshanam indriyanam avapya bhumam asapatnam ruddham rajyam suranam apichadipatyam. अरे भूमि का पूरा राज्य दे दो, देवताओं का आधिपत्य भी दे दो, मुझे लगता है ये दुख मेरा नहीं जाने वाला है. Once one knows the cause of dukkha and samsara ka, बात समझो ना, उसका इलाज दूसरा कोई दिखेगा ही नहीं अदर देन ज्ञानम. Then we have to get that jnana. And you and I, while studying Shastra and observing our life and others' life, should slowly come to this understanding that the Atmanubhuti alone is the way for freedom from all bondages and all miseries. Remember, we have one or two miseries, not many. And others have other misery, others have other misery. This life or next life or after 10 million lives, all of those miseries you and I are going to go through definitely if we are not going to have the Atma Jnana. Just like what dukkha we have, all of them also have gone through or they'll go through tomorrow. Because in the absence of Atma Jnana, in the presence of the Ajnana, in the Upadhi Tadatmya, with the mind allowed to have the desires, so any type of karma, papa, dharma, punya, will be done by every jiva, if not today, tomorrow, resulting in every dukkha. Remember it. Anybody like किसी को कोई हॉस्पिटल में कोई दुख है, he has got a, let us say, paralytic stroke. Don't say that he has got paralytic stroke. I also might have got in the past or future I will have. Because for him to have that stroke, whatever the Papa has done, I am also potential to do it because I am not yet a Jnani. देखो, you will look at the politicians or other famous people committing the sins and we laugh at them. Don't laugh at them, Baba. Are you a Jnani? No, then you are also potential to go to do that thing. If not today, tomorrow. They will also go through that misery. हर एक पाप का उसका फल दुख का 100% संभावना है हमें इफ नॉट दिस लाइफ आफ्टर 1000 lives if we have not known the Paramatma. Now see the clarity of Rama. Should it not inspire us therefore to take up exclusively the path of Atma Jnanam, path of the moksha? Once you enter, then it has its own doubts and despairs and difficulties and all that we go through. Once you have chosen to go through this path, ups and downs and twists and turns, they are obvious. No road is smooth towards any destination anywhere. Something or the other will be there. So how does it matter if someone is convinced to reach to the goal and confident of walking the path and have all the guts and intelligence to negotiate through the in-between obstructions, he will reach if not today, one day. जैसे जो ज्ञानी नहीं है तो आज नहीं तो कल हर एक चीज में फंसेगा, उसी तरह साधक है आज नहीं तो कल उसको सिद्धि मिलेगा, मोक्ष मिलेगा. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुति माते तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. तो 15 we have seen. We have 8 more mantras. Tomorrow we'll see them. Powerful. मैं तो fascinated by this text. Extremely happy. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. कितना दिमाग को खोल रहा है देखो ये शास्त्र. Lucky those who are coming. And lucky and intelligent, those are regularly coming. Those who are escaping, they are yet to be intelligent. Om na tatta suryo bhati na chandra tarakam tameva bhantam bhati tasya vasa sarvamidam narayana idam om namo dasata. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय. श्री योगवाष्ट महारामायण शास्त्र की जय. समस्त देवता पर की जय. समस्त श्रुति पुराण इतिहास शास्त्र की जय. बोलो भाई सब संदन की जय. सदगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती पति हर हर महादेव. हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मृति राम राम में श्री आदिवराज शक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपास जिज्ञास धर्म संस्थापक मोक्ष मुक्त गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. Good. By all these texts, Shvetashvatara, Mandukya, this one and the next one, wonderful antar mathana is going on. It's a good beginning it is. We don't say we are doing at the highest level, but that will come when we do step by step from this level onwards. But wonderful mathana chinta. Little patience, little time management, little your workload management karke. If you are able to prepare your minds and come regularly, I tell you, you are going to have a jackpot on it. Because the jnanam is the antidote for all problems, all miseries. There's no other way. Theoretical knowledge removes theoretical problems. Practical knowledge becomes practical problems. Experiential knowledge removes experiential problems. There's no other way. So we wish you and pray that we join together every day and learn this. study all these Shastras. Yeah, join in 5 minutes to study in Hindi our Advaita Anubhuti.